Alright, you guys are tuned into KTUH FM Honolulu. I'm the Rice Cooka, and I'd like to introduce you to our guest artists for the evening. We have Vic Ruggiero as well as Jesse Wagner in the studio. Why don't you say hello to the fine folks out there in Radio Land?
Well, hello there.
Yes. How you doing? How's it?
How's it, brah?
I guess that's how I should start this interview off. What's the favorite slang term that you've picked up since you guys have been here in Hawaii?
Howley.
Howley? Is that because you are Howley?
Ahi. I don't know. Vic was, he's really into octopus, and they call octopus taco.
Taco.
Yeah, taco.
He was really into the taco.
Yum.
And he's like, yeah, I'm going to go get some taco. Yeah. And then he was like, we thought it was like, what, like Mexican food?
Yeah, like there's a taco shop. I also am.
But he's like, no, taco, it's octopus.
I'm like, I got to get my taco out of the back. That was the problem, because I was like, man, it's hot in the back. I got to get that taco out of there.
Alright. So we'll go with the taco.
But I really like Chihu. I don't know, that's cool. He's
another classic. Yeah,
Chihu!
Did you guys get any chihus at the end of your performance or after any songs or anything?
North Shore.
A couple chihus?
Yeah.
That's a good thing, that's why.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Chi.
Chihu. we were making up jokes too earlier. That's a good one, right?
That's a good one.
Okay.
Alright. So, I guess, what you guys have been doing? Just for fun, I guess, in your spare time since you've been here?
Well, we walked around the Manoa falls, but we didn't necessarily go to the falls. We went to the botanical gardens.
But that was cool.
And it was really cool. We walked around there.
Yeah.
And
playing a bunch of gigs.
We were playing a bunch of gigs.
In between sites.
Yeah.
That's really actually kind of the most fun.
For me and for him, yeah.
Yeah, I speak for myself definitely, because I'm not much of a. I mean, my skin can deal with the sun, and I can deal with the temperature. I like it, but I'm not much of a beach guy. I want to jump in the water with my shoes on. It's like I'm like, do I gotta take my shoes off?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you go to the beach in your full suit and hat and attire and?
Yeah.
He actually did, yeah.
Yeah. Well, laying on the beach, clothes or not, but usually in clothes, is fine for me, and I don't mind seeing them.
My favorite thing was Michelle over here. Michelle Bell, who DJ'd earlier. She invited us over to what beach was that?
Which one?
Waikiki, or not Waikiki, but
Kaimana's.
Yeah, Kaimana Beach. Yeah, Kaimana Beach.
And we went to that beach, and Vic was wearing the full get-up, like pants and shirt and shoes and
but
socks.
I always wear a jacket.
He said, yeah, because you didn't want to wear the. You were like, I almost was gonna bring my jacket, but
yeah,
I didn't bring it. I forget what that exactly, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't get too hot. That's the thing is I wear my jacket. It keeps me out of the sun. I
loved how the other night was. You said something about how you love the sand in your socks.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's
the way
great.
The sand feels in my socks.
The sand in my boots is the best feeling. It's better than an insole. It's like the sand in your shoes. And especially this sand is really soft.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it sticks on you.
One thing about Waikiki Sand, though, is they actually imported a lot of that from Australia, because Waikiki Sand is like brown. So the Sunset Beach sand, though, I know that's the grainy kind of nice sand, but yeah, a lot of people don't know that. They imported a lot of sand to make Hawaii more.
That's another thing for us to remember then.
Yeah, this is because all the Waikiki sand, it's been eroded. It was marshlands a long time ago, and then
that shouldn't even be there.
Streams that that diverted and got into the marshland, but then they decided to make Waikiki this whole concrete jungle area. So yeah, they have the fake sand now.
So the sand was transported.
Yeah, because of all the erosion and all that.
Well, that
stuff,
makes sense.
So,
I wanted to see some hula girls.
You didn't get that on your
I guess
trip?
it's not around here, right?
Well,
We also wanted to see real old school, authentic Hawaiian
Well, I was gonna say, if
live
you're looking
band.
for that, yeah, you won't just see like hula dancers and a live band just on the side of the road. So, you know, some people kind of think like, oh, there would just be people doing hula as the sun sets, you know, for fun. But it's normally more of an organized thing. Like they have the Merry Monarch, which is a big hula festival, and so it's like a competition. You know, they're real serious about it. So, yeah.
My grandma, she told me, she said, oh, go on the beach. Or I said, I'm on the beach. You know, I was talking to her. Is there music playing? Do you hear the music?
Like the slide guitar?
Yeah, I was like, no. I'm like, what, did they play music on the beach when you were here? They're not doing it for me. Oh, okay.
But there's a lot of great traditional Hawaiian music. We actually had a couple of weeks ago, there was a great traditional band in here, actually. So,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's just, I guess, a lot of times they're playing in Waikiki, you know, for the tourists and stuff, but yeah, there's a lot of real solid musicianship, even in just the Hawaiian music scene. So, yeah.
Well, you know, Michelle's son Aiden was playing us a lot of good ukulele.
Oh, you pronounced it correctly. That's right.
Most people are like ukulele, and it's like, come on.
Ukulele.
Yeah.
Ukulele. Yeah, no, I said ukulele.
Oh, that's right.
Earlier I said mahalo wrong, but now I say mahalo. So I apologize. No.
Well, I can't pronounce anything around here. Figure out.
Still trying to get Waikiki down.
Oh, man.
The Cam Highway.
It's tough.
All right. I guess moving on a little bit, how did you guys first meet? Like, what's the story with that? I'm assuming you maybe did a tour together.
Yeah, me and you. How did me and you meet?
I really don't even know how we met.
I don't know.
I know when I was in the what? Am I too far away? Oh, I gotta get closer.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, I'm a little microphone scared. The Rhythm Doctors, when I was a teenager, played the Whiskey A Go-Go opening up for the Slackers.
Yes.
And we met that night, but I don't even really
But we
remember.
met quickly that night.
Yeah, for like a split second. But I'll tell you my first knowing Vic story. This was, I think, Aggrolite days. I think this was during the Aggrolites. And Alex Theyve from Hepcat owned a bar. He just called it Vine. It was like, the cool thing about Hollywood is if you own a bar, you have no really name for it. It's just Vine, because it was on Vine Street kind of thing. He had a bar, and the Slackers played. I don't even know if the Slackers played, but you were there, and you had an accordion.
Oh, that night.
That night.
Yeah, that's the night that we really...
That's the night that we really connected and met each other. Because we were outside of the place, and Vic was playing accordion.
Yeah.
And he was playing like polka stuff.
Yeah.
And
I needed to bring something to the bar, because back then, I wasn't like touching a drop of booze. Like, so I had to keep my hands busy. So I'd like go to bars with like an accordion.
And just sit around like...
At the time, I was drinking like a fish.
Polar opposites, maybe that's why it worked.
Right?
It worked so well.
So he was outside playing music, and we were singing polka songs together, and that's my first memory.
Yeah, that's right. And you taught me. You said end every song. Dun, da, 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 dun, dun.
Yeah.
And you were like adamant about it, though. You were like, we were playing the songs.
When it comes to polka,
You're like, come on, dun, da, 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 da. I was like, all right, come on. I just figured this out, you know. That was great, though.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. No, that was great. That was a great night. And then after that, we knew each other then.
Yep.
And then we had we'd bounce around.
We played Europe.
Bands.
We did Europe, Aggrolite Slackers, and did a couple tours.
Yeah, the next night I had a great time with you was in Berlin, I think. I mean, not that I didn't see you before.
He told me the best story ever about how monks made beer or something.
Oh yeah, that story.
But could you tell it?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Oh, that's a great one.
I want to hear it, so...
Tell it to
Well, because we're always going over to Europe, and we're thinking, God, this beer is so good. And the monks make it. And you're like, how is it that monks are allowed to make this great beer? And not to mention that it's beer, and they're monks. And it's nice to know that the monks actually thought about this themselves. So these Belgian monks, they said, hey, look, we like this beer too much. We should send some beer to the Pope. You know, and make sure that it's okay. And so they get their big barrel of the best beer that they can find, that they make. They send it off to the Pope. And at this time, the Pope is drinking wine. They never seen a beer in their whole lives. So they drink one of these, and they're like, "Ugh, what is this stuff?" They're like, "You guys drink this?" They're like, "Oh my man, if you drink this, this is like penance. You're even more blessed if you drink this. You're like flagellating yourself, basically." You know? So just, you know, go ahead, drink all you want. And the monks are like, woohoo! You know?
They're all stoked about it.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like they got the okay, you know? You could imagine the Pope in Rome. You imagine getting that beer? We think it's really
It's going to taste like wine and then all.
Well, I like what you said though. It's like it's bitter. It's like, you know, like flogging yourself or something.
Yeah,
it's
like
it's a punishment to show your devotion to God.
yeah. And you got to figure, right?
Yeah, that I don't know.
What are you drinking this stuff for? You drinking this?
Emma come first.
Come on.
And then I come, man. And then there's two asses.
You gotta have us some wine, some vino. And what it is? What's a beer? We don't even have the word for beer yet.
And then yeah, we played Europe with the Slackers. Vic did a acoustic gig that was in Berlin.
Yeah.
And he invited us. Me, Roger from the Aggrolites.
Oh, that was a party, man.
And I think it was just the two of us. Maybe Brian
That
Dixon
was a
was too.
serious party, man.
Well, I know Hilliard was there with the saxophone, and he does all this acoustic stuff. And then, yeah, it lasted all night long, where it was just
That was great.
Dion and the Bell,
Oh, my
like
God.
Bobby Darin.
At this bar that's across the street, there's this venue called SO36. And the bar across the street is owned by this woman, Alice. And she's cool beans, man. And the place is cool, and you can just hang out in there. She gave us the little back of the bar. And I mean, I swear, we all sat back there. We just asked, what should we play? And the guys in the crowd, yeah, play some Dion. And I'm like, Dion? I'm like, I know like one song. And then Jesse's like, what do you mean? I love Dion. I'm like, you like Dion? You know?
I don't remember it though. I didn't.
That's what it was like. Yeah, play now. Please, Eagles.
The last time you was here, it was very good, but this time it's not so good because.
Yeah, but I will come again.
But I will come next time.
With hopes that it will be better. But now, please, play Don Henley.
No, Freebird.
Oh, Freebird. Everyone's gotten that once. As a musician, everyone's gotten that at least once.
Freebird is the song. We were talking about that in the van the other day. About we were trying to figure out why is it Freebird that they call out. Vic had a good answer for that. He goes, because the guitar solo,
Yeah.
it's not this complicated, simple.
It's great, but it's not that
really
hard.
tasteful.
Yeah.
And it's like 8 minutes long too. So,
And it's like
yeah.
8 to 10
I think,
minutes long.
see, that's what I've always wanted to tell bands. I'm like, when people are, you know, what you need to do is devote an entire band practice, learn Freebird, but, you know, say you're a ska band, learn it ska, so then when someone, you know, yells that out at you, you're like, we're going to give you Freebird right now, our way, and then you play the whole 9-minute romp with, like, you know.
You got that friend Kepi, right?
Kepi.
And
Yeah.
Kepi's got a song called what?
Freebird.
So when
Yeah.
people yell out, play Freebird,
He
he
plays.
Plays his.
plays his version.
That's even better, yeah.
Free bird and then a free bird.
Yeah, like a terrible version of Freebird too, or something like that. You know, that's
Yeah.
clever though. I'd rather do it that way actually. Just have a completely different
Yeah.
thing to pull out. Yeah.
So there's all sorts of things you can do when you play. There's terrible tricks you can play on the audience.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's immoral.
It's true.
But immorality is a part of my life, and every musician has a certain kind of, you know, you are sincere. There's sincerity and honesty, and at the same time you're just tricking people into thinking you know what you're doing.
That's absolutely true. I have to, for the first time, I have to say that's true. I usually lie because I'm a musician that trick people all the time. Well, I know that one.
Well, I think plenty of people would disagree with you though. But that's good. Great to know your guys' take on it. No, I'm just joking. So I guess other than Hawaii, you guys sound like you've been traveling. You know, various different places. What's your other than Hawaii? What's your favorite place to visit?
We talked about that too, right? You talk like in the States or in the world or
Anywhere, man.
Ev-
Anywhere.
ev-
'Cause it sounded
honestly,
like you
there's-
guys kind of.
it's
been
so
out there.
hard. That's like, what's your favorite song of all time kind of question.
What's a highlight then? One pops in your mind. Other than, I mean, that was a good story though about, you know, your times in Europe and how you guys met and all that stuff. Yeah.
I don't know.
I was just wondering because
Hawaii's
Hawaii's
cities.
Yeah.
Because everything's so like there's this thing about that and that thing about this and so on and so on. So you really can't say.
And you can have a great night in a crap city.
Exactly. Yeah, that's absolutely true. You could be in like some small village in Germany, in Deutschland, and all of a sudden you'd be like, "Hey, wie viel Uhr ist es jetzt?" Which means, "What time is it now?" I think I said it right. And then all of a sudden I'll be like, "Ja, so soll ich schleifen?" Like, is it too late to go to the bar? I'd be like, "Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10." And then you're like, "Oh, okay, so we'll go that way." And then you go to the bar and it's like, ends up being the best time ever in the middle of some like small village in Germany. And you're like, I wasn't expecting to have a great night tonight, but this ended up being my favorite night of the whole tour, you know?
Yeah, we ended up at like one day they were having a festival for, the local king had drunk 3 gallons of beer in one gulp.
Where was that? Where? The German?
In one gulp. And they're having a party because that was a bet that he couldn't do it. And the invading army made the bet with him. And the guy was like, "Oh no, I could totally drink that beer." And they were like, "If you can drink that beer, we won't sack the town." And the king's like, "Bring it." And he drinks 3. I think it was 3 liters of beer in one gulp though, like a real chug, right? And they call it
people like that.
The master draft.
The master draft.
Yeah, it's a master draft.
Yeah, it's a master draft.
Right. So, and they had this big party. And we're out there, and we're partying with everybody in the town. They got a polka band, right? They got an oompa band. We're sitting there all day. You buy like one of these, you forget it. It's like you're gone.
You're effed. You almost said it.
Marcus lost his glasses that night. I don't know. We ended up at somebody's house. They were offering us their daughters. It was ridiculous.
Oh wow!
It was one of those things. They were like,
it got debaucherous. It got debaucherous real quick.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening. Things just get weird sometimes.
Yeah. All right.
I always enjoyed the Netherlands. Belgium.
Yeah, Belgium.
I like Belgium
Netherlands. Hey man, even sometimes like where the hell were we? We were in so many great nights. You can be somewhere like we used to play this joint in Alabama, a little pizza place. One night we played Halloween night in Alabama. The band went in drag. You know, it was like a party, man. Yeah. And I don't remember the name of the joint in Alabama. Like it was a little village. You can have the best time.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're a little later than I thought we would be, so I guess we got to wrap up.
We got to cut it off.
Yeah, exactly. We only have 5 minutes left in my show, so we got another DJ coming in. But I guess what are you guys' plans after this? I know you mentioned the Slackers are coming back in September, but I guess what are your plans until then, or and you for the next few months?
We're going back to California, and then about 7 hours later going to Canada.
Yeah.
Slackers are doing Canadian dates. I'm opening up, playing acoustic guitar with them.
All right. So a little.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. a couple more shows of collaboration. No worries.
But yeah, with us together, well, we're going to figure it out.
Yeah,
this is our first time out, outside, and
we made some recordings. A couple doo-woppy tunes, couple of ours. One of my friends, my friend Happy, guy from my old punk band Sick and Mad. He writes songs that he doesn't think are songs, but sometimes I see them and go, "Hey, man, you just wrote a song," you know?
Yeah, Vic came and stayed with me. Vic and his wife Joanna, they stayed at my place in Laguna, or not in Laguna, Foothill Ranch. It's too hard to explain, but Southern California. I took them to Laguna Beach, and they stayed like 2 nights or something. Yeah. And then I was planning on a trip to go to the East Coast, and Vic was like, "Why don't you come out and stay with us?"
Yeah. You were going to cancel your trip?
I was going to cancel my trip.
Don't cancel your trip to the East Coast in the summer.
So I went over there. I stayed over there for about 8 days, and we recorded songs, jammed out.
Yeah.
I couch surfed. I did 2 nights of booze cruise, and
yeah, that's right. We played Just a Gigolo with the Slackers.
We did a radio show too for
we did Mush's radio show, Tunnel 1.
And I don't know. I think me and him, we got a lot in common. We play music together, and I think it goes well. I hope everybody thinks it goes well. Was it cool?
I think the reaction was very positive at the shows I went to. Yeah.
You know, maybe we'll do more acoustic tours together.
Yeah. Isn't there a 45 coming out?
I think so.
Somebody who's putting it out? Somebody called us up and said they wanted to make a 45.
It was one of those. What is that thing called? There's no dead time on the radio.
Yeah.
But the Slackers are doing a bunch of stuff too. The Slackers are recording a bunch of stuff, I should say.
Okay.
We're going to do a Kickstarter soon.
That's what it was. The Kickstarter thing.
Did he do a Kickstarter?
Yeah. That's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah,
So we're going to do one of those. Try to get up some money for a bunch of new recordings. We got a bunch of new songs.
Dave Hilliard's got a thing called the California album.
Oh, it's great. Hilliard's new record is. It's going to put us all to shame.
I don't know if we got it in here at the station, but yeah, I heard about it. Because we always, like, when we hear about records we want, we kind of talk to him. Like, send us a copy,
have written the best, I think, in my opinion, one of the tunes on there is the best, like, reggae song I've heard in years. And I didn't even think he wrote it. I was like, you wrote that song? You? And he was like, yeah, I wrote it about this, about that. I was like, oh my God. It's like one of the best tunes I've ever heard. Dave Hilliard.
Yeah, no, I have to check that one out, yeah. Or the fans out there in Radio Land as well can check it out if they want to, don't got to. Can't do call to actions here on this station. Can't order people to do stuff out
College.
there. Yeah, it's college radio.
Aggrolites gonna record anything?
No. I mean, we're going to Europe from June 21st to July 23rd, and then we got a couple local gigs in August, and that's about it. The Aggrolites are kind of taking a little break. We're working on trying to take this time at home to write a new album.
Yeah, okay.
And, you know. But hey, if Hawaii wants to bring the Aggrolites, anybody out there, hit up our booking agent and get us out here, because the Aggrolites would love to come to Hawaii.
Again.
Yeah,
Again, for the second time. And if the Aggrolites don't make it, Jesse Wagner will definitely make it. That's a for sure.
All right. Well, once again, we had Vic Ruggiero and Jesse Wagner in the studio with us. Both we had Vic from the Slackers and Jesse from the Aggrolites. Did you guys want to add any last things? Shout-outs, thank yous, any acknowledgements, anything?
You are listening to KTUH.
Guitar.
Honolulu. I don't know.
No, that was great.
You go ahead, Dad. Do you have anything to say? Or?
Hi, thanks to all you guys for bringing us out. I mean, the Black Square, and Serena and Josh and you and Michelle over here. I mean, everybody kind of worked in
everybody
concert
was really hospitable, and it means a lot to us.
Josh's folks.
Josh's parents over there in the North Shore. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming down and, playing your music, and I mean, everyone here enjoys it very, very much. So I mean, for us, it's the same. We appreciate you guys coming down and sharing the music with us. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this was kind of like a vacation. We were talking like, hey, you want to go to Hawaii? And
bum around for a few days.
Yeah, so it just turned into like, let's go to Hawaii and have a vacation.
Jesse even sang a song on my answering machine to convince me.
I really did.
Too bad we can't cue that.
Hawaii, you're gonna like it. Something like that.
Something, yeah. We were on tour, and I just left a voicemail for him. Yeah, it's
well, it convinced him.
It did. The song has really knocked me over the top.
Hopefully you saved that voicemail.
It's there somewhere.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh. This is the bullfrog, right? He does a good Elvis impersonation.
All right, KTUH FM Honolulu. I want to thank our guests for the evening, Jesse Wagner, Vic Ruggiero, and we're going to take you guys out for the evening with a couple more Aggrolites and Slackers tracks. We got Let's Pack Our Bags coming up right here off of Reggae Hit LA. And then right after that, we got Soldier by the Slackers.
All right.
Coming off their album Red Light.
K-Den.
All right.
Brother.
Chihu?
Chihu.
Chihu's anybody?
Chihu.
All right. Cool.
All right. Thank you guys again.
Thanks, man. That was fun.
gonna cue it up really quick, and then he'll give you a hug. There you go. Now he can do it.
Yeah.